Hey guys, Safe Hossie here. Thought I would try something different for War Season 27 and record a voiceover. Hopefully this works out. If not, let me know in the feedback below. So this war, I'm going to be on Path 9 in Section A and in Path 7 in Section B. First fight up is a Red Hulk versus Guillotine 2099. Should be a pretty straightforward fight to start off the new season. Just started off with a parry heavy to remove her Digicloak, and then just, pound away, parrying where we can, playing very, very cautious, not trying to dex out of her specials or anything like that. There, I did forget to heavy to remove her Digicloak, so like I start most wars, I do have to start that first fight with a lovely 5-hit combo to the face, just to use up a few potions. Other than that, really not much to worry about in this fight as long as you remember to knock her down occasionally to get that Digicloak removed. And then, Rolk will take care of the rest. He is such a tank. He took those five hits and she had a Fury up and didn't really do too much. As you can tell in this fight, the defender did have suicides on, so they are taking recoil damage. So, like I said, just going to play pretty defensive, sit back, bait specials, not really worry about dexing out of too much, and just try and get out of this fight as clean as possible the rest of the way. I am going to throw an L2 here at the end just to grab a little bit of extra healing. Doesn't really make that much of a difference with the health pool that he's got, but, we get through that fight with full attack bonus. And then the next fight up is going to be a Mole Man. Pretty much the same thing, and I do believe on this fight I forgot to turn my sound back on. So you will have to just listen to me and then silence. Really going to go back in, heal up my Red Hulk. You can tell I'm only lightly boosted, 10s and 15 health. Gonna throw on one of the 3-minute regen boosts just to help top me up. Not really worried about this fight at all. Know it's going to be a little bit longer, simply from the standpoint of, it's got the physical resistance that gets added in this fight, and you can see that he's got 10 stacks. Other than that, really comfortable fighting Mole Man. Specials are very easy to evade, so it's just going to be a matter of baiting out the L1s, dexing her out of those, and then just, constantly hitting into them. Once again, Rolk's going to do, most of the damage pretty easily. You can see, on his mediums, he is getting about 6k of the extra physical damage on there. So, going to be just a straightforward fight. I will throw off a special 3 here just to get the incinerate damage, just to speed up the fight as much as possible. But like I said, other than that, really not worried about this fight at all. So we'll just let this kind of play out from here, and we'll move on to the next fight when it's done. Alright, we're almost done here. Once again, I believe I'm going to try to finish this fight with an L2 as well, just to get that little bit of extra healing in, but, one hit more and he is down, so no big issues there. Moving on to Section 2 now. I get to use one of my favorite champions, one that I feel is really underrated in the grand scheme of things. We get to use Punisher 99 here in one of my favorite fights versus Domino on this node. This node has changed slightly for Season 27, making it a little bit easier. As long as you don't knock her down, not a whole lot to worry about other than spite on the node. Typically with this fight, what I like to do is just start off and I'll try to get a parry in. If not, I'll just block a little bit while his battery builds up. I am running the Captain America synergy, so that battery does start off a little bit higher. And at this point, the fight is pretty much done. With the battery active, you can see her power bar is not moving very fast. I don't have to worry about baiting any specials. I don't have to worry about her going lucky or anything like that. You know, build up to an L2, toss it off, fight is over. Very, very simple fight. Roughly 30 seconds. You know, I don't even know how many hits. It ended up being about 28 hits. Very, very easy fight against the rank 3 Domino. Moving on to the next fight, we do have a blade on this node. This has got the kinetic transference on it. Really, that's about the only thing you have to worry about. With blade on this node, all you have to do is bait the L1s. Don't worry about, you know, pushing him to an L2. You know, that's really the only fear in here. It does have aspect of evolution as well, but as you're going to be able to tell, I'm going to do the same thing on this fight. I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to let the battery build up. And then that's going to help offset some of the power gain that would typically be on this node. So we've now got the battery active. You know, I will have to bait a special or two against Blade simply because I am running half suicide, so he is gaining a little power a little bit faster than normally would. But, you know, once again, really at this point, fight is well in hand. No issues at all in this one. Gonna bait out the L1, gonna dex it so we don't take the, you know, given the power gain with the kinetic transference, and then we're just gonna kind of build up to the L2, toss it just for the heck of it, and once again, fight's over. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple to go there. We do have one more fight left in this war. I do get to take on one of the mini bosses. It's going to be Immortal Hulk. You know, once again, not really concerned about this fight. The war was well in hand at this point for us. You know, we didn't have any issues with this alliance. You know, they weren't pushing at all. They placed with suicides. You know, they were just, you know, trying to get through. So, you know, I figured I would try Punisher 99 on here. Really what I was trying to see is if he would heal block when Immortal Hulk dies the first time he gets that quick heal. I was just really trying to see if Punisher 99 could heal block it. Doesn't quite work out that way, but all in all, just a pretty simple, straightforward fight here for him. You know, parry, 5-hit combos. I am throwing a couple L1s in this fight, you know, taking the recoil damage just to keep my battery as close to full, so that when he does get that heal at the end, you know, I have enough battery there to try and do it. So, other than that, you know, nothing complex in this one at all. He's down to 27% health already. We're less than a minute in. You know, once again, really with Punisher, you know, no big issues. You don't have to bait a lot of specials. You don't have to do anything fancy. Just, you know, 5-hit combos, pounding into him, and that's about all. Here he does get his immortality phase, so it's really just staying away now that he is unblockable. I do sneak in a little tap there on an intercept. You know, pretty much did that accidentally. So really just kind of now didn't get the heal block. Gonna toss off an L3 just to keep the power gain down. You know, get a little extra damage in. You know, a few more hits on this fight. You know, we're up to, you know, about 92, 93 hits. So just really just a matter of finishing them off now. The battery is depleted, so my damage goes down a little bit, but nothing to worry about. Got a few more hits left here to wrap up this war for me. This was an excellent war for BG2. First time in my history with 2 Loki that one of our BGs went through with 0 deaths. They did only place 9 in our BG, so we were 45-0. But like I said, a very easy war overall. We did win quite easily, and we start the season 1-0, and we're moving on to the next war. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you in the next one.